Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts. Welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's Whip and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat. Or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. Today, I'm going to be working on my Snowman and Child from Francesca's. So let me zoom into where I'm going to be working and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my timer started, got everything set up here. So let me just jump into my regular life. What's been going on in my regular life? It's been a kind of quiet slash subdued week for us, as you can imagine. Everyone did okay at the funeral, and I thought hubby was holding up pretty well, but the next day he just laid on the couch and napped all day. So he's slowly getting back into his regular routine, but yeah, it's just, again, trying to find our new normal, whatever that's going to turn out to look like. I got my happy planner that I ordered from Michael's. Although when I got it, I don't know if it's the cold or the way they had it packaged, because they had it packaged pretty well, but the laminate on the front cover is coming undone, so it's making the page curl up, the front cover. I put it under some books and it still wasn't helping, but I don't really look at the cover that often. It just lays open on my desk 99% of the time, so I just decided I took it off, flipped it around so that the part that was curling would be like laying as flat as possible, and just left it at that. All the other pages inside are functional, so it's all good. I did spend part of a couple of days getting everything set up. The planners themselves are just kind of plain, and so over the years I have purchased little sticker kits that I can print and then cut with my cutting machine to kind of decorate my monthly calendars, because really that's the only part of the planner that I use. I don't use the individual pages much, really. I use the calendar, and then I use the budget pages, which is a separate insert that I buy. So I printed and cut a whole bunch of, I think from January through May, cut all the stickers and put them in the planner. And then I put all of my budget pages in it so that it's ready to go for the first, I think, 6 months. Because I just keep track of our spending that way. It hasn't up to this point been really a budget per se. It's just been more me tracking our spending. But now that we're kind of living on not really a fixed income, but pretty close, I have to be, or we're going to need to be a little bit more careful with our spending. When I set up my budget pages, I also print out a bunch of stickers so that I can keep track of when our bills are due and when they get paid and all that good stuff. So I got all that set up. So I feel like I'm prepared for the rest of the, well, at least the next 6 months anyway. I always feel out of sorts if I don't have my planner set up. And we also ended up taking all of our Christmas decorations down this week. We were going to take them down, and then things with his dad happened, and I just decided I'm going to leave them up for a while. But we took them down this weekend, or earlier this week, and got everything boxed up and packed away. I still have a few little odds and ends I need to put away. We had a couple of ornaments get broken that I needed to repair before we pack them away, and it seems like after you get done packing, there's always one last thing that you're like, oh, I forgot to pack this. So I've got one last box to finish up, and then everything is done, put away. But now our living room seems huge and empty because the tree isn't in it anymore. But it was nice to kind of get it put back together the way it's supposed to be and get everything ready. We are, again, just trying to find that new normal, and I think it's going to be a couple of weeks before we find that, because we've had family visiting, of course, because of that. Some of them came over to meet the dogs. We just didn't want to take him up to his mom's house because they just don't seem to get along with the St. Bernard really well, and or constantly walking around behind them making sure they're not making a mess somewhere. And so, plus one of the family who's visiting has a dog, and they're one of the ones who came up, and it's just this little like purse chihuahua, and he's so spoiled and so chunky, but he's usually pretty cute. He and Oscar did not get along. I don't know if it was because they came to our house and they were on Oscar's turf, but the Chihuahua started snapping from his little bag and Oscar was having none of it, and even Sable growled at him, so, which is really funny because the Chihuahua gets along with the giant Saint Bernard. So I don't know, but we ended up not taking them over there just because it didn't seem like everybody was going to get along, and we just kind of went, we'll wait. But it was even more surprising because hubby and I had been wanting to get them in to get their nails trimmed, and we found a place that's here in town, and they take walk-ins on Fridays for nail trimming, and it happened to be a Friday that they came over to visit. So hubby had taken Sable first to make sure that everything was going to go okay. Said Sable was a real champ, didn't bother her at all to have her nails trimmed. Hers were the ones that were getting pretty long. Her dew claws were starting to almost curl back in on themselves. So, and this place, I'd love to take them there for grooming, but they have like 4 groomers and they're all full. Nobody is taking new clients. They just have this one lady that on Fridays will do walk-ins for nail trimming. So he took Sable in, and Sable was really good. And he's like, "Can I bring our other one in?" And lady said, "Sure." So he took Oscar in, and Oscar was fine. Got his nails trimmed up. Hubby was talking with the groomer about Sable has a lot of like flaky skin or dandruff or something, and we've given her a couple of baths, but it hasn't seemed to help any. And so the groomer said, "Oh, come on in, and we'll give her a shampoo and see if we can take care of that." I thought you guys weren't taking any new clients. Well, we're not, but you brought her in for a trim and it's just a shampoo. I don't mind. So at some point, we'll make an appointment and take her in to get that done. And hopefully, we can get it so it clears up whatever skin problem she's having. We thought maybe for a while it was just anxiety, but I think she's been here long enough that, I mean, I don't know if the anxiety's over with, but we've hit that magic 3-month mark. So, and they do both seem to be settling in a little bit better. I didn't get as much video this week of them as I usually do, so I'll have to see what I can put in at the end, but they have, we've had one pretty good dump of snow, and we're waiting to see if we get another one. Saturday when I woke up, it was super windy, just blowing a gale, really. Not really snowing, which the weather had said it was going to do. We were talking about that. We went out to dinner with a bunch of family for hubby's birthday this week. His mom even went out with us. It's been a long time since she's been out to dinner, but since family was in town visiting and everything, we all kind of went out. And it was nice to be at the restaurant because there was enough chairs and enough space for everybody. But everybody was comparing on their phones what the weather was supposed to be like because some of them were going to be driving back to Ontario. Everybody's phones were saying anywhere from 5 centimeters all the way to 20 centimeters over the weekend. So we're still waiting to see how bad it gets. It's not been really anything here where we are, but windy. And it was actually really warm Saturday. Like a bunch of the snow actually started melting. And so, of course, now I'm like, ugh, because it's going to get melted, freeze, and then turn to ice, which is when everybody has accidents because nobody knows how to drive in the ice. Anyway, there were some people who are going to be driving back, so they're driving back, trying to beat the weather. So they ended up leaving on Saturday instead of Sunday because all the weather is supposed to hit today. Hasn't so far, but we'll see. I don't mind getting snowed in. I've got plenty of stuff to do, but I'm sure lots of other people don't feel the same way. So anyway, so family took off early. I told them all I've given up, depending on what my phone says, because my phone, hubby's phone, and the youngest phone can say 3 different things, all for our same town. So like, I'll just wait and see what happens when I get up and walk outside. Maybe we'll get all the snow they're saying, maybe we won't. But I'm not going to count on it being here because that's the surest way to get disappointed. We also, just in case, went and did all of our grocery shopping yesterday so that in case we do get snowed in, we have everything that we need. We were getting low on dog food, so of course we had to go pick that up because heaven forbid we would run out of that. The dogs would never forgive us. And like I said, if we do get snowed in, I have plenty of stuff to do. I've got diamond painting, of course, to keep me busy, and I've got all the games on my computer. I did finish my power washing game, which I'm actually kind of sad about. I wasn't ready for it to be over, but pretty much played it straight through until I was done. But I still have a few other games on my computer that I haven't on my laptop that I haven't finished yet. I have my shipping game that I haven't finished yet. I've got my little witch's potion game I'm still working on. I've got my cats and cups game that I haven't finished. I'm trying to think. I finished another one of my unpacking games, so that's done, I think. And then I still think I have the whole reason I bought that whole pack of games was for the Hidden Folks game, which I finished, but one that I haven't even opened yet because I got distracted with my shipping game. It's Lost and Found, I think is the name of it. It's like running the Lost and Found at an airport baggage claim and seeing if you can reunite people with their items and that kind of stuff. It sounded fun, but I haven't actually played it yet because I've been playing all the other ones first. That's the one I wanted to play the most, so I'm saving it for last. And then I got sidetracked by the power washing game because I found out I could get it on my iPad. They also had a lawn mowing game on the iPad, which my youngest told me I should try because he thought if I liked the power washing game, I would like it. But I don't know if it's the same one that's on Steam, but the one that was available on Apple Arcade I did not like. So I think I played like 2 rounds of it and then I was like, nah, this isn't for me. And some of that could be because it's on the iPad versus playing on my laptop, but a lot of times the Steam games don't have a Mac version, they only have a Windows version. And the only Windows laptop I have is like super slow because it's old. I'll just have to wait and see if anything else comes out that I like. Like we played that Blueprints game forever and ever until we finished it, and I haven't played it since. I mean, I feel like we got our money's worth of enjoyment out of it, but we haven't played it again. That's the thing about puzzle games, I guess, is kind of once you've solved all the puzzles, there's not much point in revisiting it, at least not for me anyway. And I have other stuff I need to be doing too, so like I said, it's all good. I've still got ones to finish that I'm enjoying, and by the time I finish them, maybe something else will come around. All right, I think that was everything I wanted to tell you guys about my regular life. Like I said, we're just kind of all trying to figure out what our new normal is. I don't even know if it's truly been long enough for that yet. It kind of feels like we're on vacation again, and all the days sort of blend together because nobody has to be anywhere or do anything at a certain time. So I think that's one of the things that's hard about transitioning from working to retired is you go from, you got to be at work somewhere every day at a certain time, then suddenly you don't. So it feels weird. My oldest, I've been talking with her on the phone this week. She was off for 2 weeks at Christmas, and I called her before she was going to go back to work. Her car was on the fritz. I don't know, I wasn't clear on whether the drive belt broke or it just came loose, but either way, it was no longer attached. So she got it fixed, but then it basically, like she discovered that it was broken right at Christmas and they got it fixed, but then her car sat for another week because they were off for Christmas break. She went to go somewhere like the Thursday or Friday before she went back to work. It was off again, or it was loose. Her car is one of those that you have to put it on a lift to be able to access it. So she had to take it somewhere to get it fixed. And of course, everybody was closed because it was the holidays. So she got it in at the mechanics. Apparently, the first time they fixed it, it came loose and she took it back and they said, oh, they'd had a bad batch of belts. So they fixed it again, but then it sat for a week or 4 days or however long it was. When she took it back this time, they said that there was some kind of a leak somewhere and it was dripping oil onto the belt, which was causing it to be loose. So she got it fixed again. So she had to have a couple of days where one of her roommates that she lives with was chauffeuring her to and from work. And I said to her, "Are you glad to have your car back?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "You didn't like being chauffeured?" And she was like, "No." She's like, "I thought her friend was going to kill us several times driving," which is funny because they're all fairly careful drivers. So I don't think it was that bad. I think that it's just she's used to being the one driving the car and she didn't like being the passenger. So But it's all fixed now, so it's all good. I think that was truly it for my regular life this time. So, what's been going on in my diamond painting life? Well, truthfully, not a ton. Been spending time with hubby, just kind of cuddling with each other and taking care of him the best I can, and still doing all the things we need to do: groceries, laundry, bills, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just yet another transition for us. So, yeah. Anyway, what did I do for diamond painting? Well, I don't know if you can see, but I made some cute snowman release papers for my little snowman kit here, which admittedly took me way longer than it should have. I have a pro membership at Canva, so I will just go in there and find out, because these are just for my own use, and just find stuff to make like cute release papers that go with my kits. Something I told myself I wanted to do this year, just to give myself that little extra oomph when I'm diamond painting, because I think they're cute. Took me admittedly way too long, so I need to start working on the ones for my alien kit, because I think I worked so much on squares at the end of the year last year that I truly kind of forgot how fast rounds go for me. So I haven't been doing a ton of diamond painting because of everything else, but what little I've done has gone pretty quickly because I'm doing rounds, and this one and the alien one is around. So, and then I need to get busy planning everything else I'm going to do. I do feel like I spent more time over the last week planning diamond painting stuff than I did anything else. I did go out and buy some new things that I had seen that I want to try out. So once those arrive, of course, I'll be sharing those with you and sharing my thoughts about everything. But I feel like I've spent more time planning. I don't even have my logbook finished yet. I got it done and got it ready so you guys could print it out, and I had mine all printed out. Then I started filling it in because I like to do mine with pen. I messed up a couple of pages. I got off track somewhere and I messed up a couple of pages because this year I'm trying to keep track of size, square centimeter, and all that stuff, as well as just what size it is and all that kind of stuff. So I have some more columns to fill in and I messed things up. So I was like, well, I'm just going to print out a new page and start over. And then while I was in there, I was like, well, let me move this one around a little bit. I don't quite have as much room as I would like. And I got to tweaking things, and now I need to print out some pages. And I was messing around printing out my release papers and stuff for my planner and all that kind of stuff. And I just got sidetracked and didn't get around to printing out all the stuff for my logbook. So that will be my next thing on my to-do list. It's funny how quickly your to-do list fills up, isn't it? You think, oh, I've got plenty of time to get this done, and then all of a sudden you got 6 other things, and you're like, oop, I should have done that a while ago. But it's all good. I feel like maybe I'm sort of finally settling in a little bit. I need to get back on track with my tutoring as well. I had to cancel on my student this week because of the funeral and everything. We need to get another date set up because I do really enjoy doing that and having our sessions, so I need to get that back on track. It's just hard. She works retail, and even though she's supposed to have a certain day off, she doesn't always. So actually, I thought I would have heard from her by now, so I don't know if she's waiting for me to contact her. I need to do that. So I need to do that anyway. I ordered some stuff on Amazon, like I said, and found some stuff I wanted to try. I actually went out there looking. Well, one, I keep meaning to order the contact paper that I want to use to cover my table with so I can get rid of this white tablecloth that drives me crazy because it won't stay in place and I have to adjust it every time I want to do something. So I'm going to put contact paper over the table just to make it a little easier on myself. Somebody had sent me a link or something of these like test tube storage for diamond painting. And they're like little test tubes is what they look like, with corks on the end. And I think there was like 60 of them in a case. And I found them on Amazon.com, but they did not have them available on Amazon.ca. I'm finding that stuff on Amazon.ca is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they have the same stuff, sometimes they don't. And sometimes when it's diamond painting stuff, you can find, if I can't find it from one company, I can find it from somewhere else. But I couldn't really find anything similar for the test tubes that weren't actual test tubes. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, I diamond paint by symbol, not by serial number, and I don't really think my stickers would stick well to the cork. that was the stopper, and that would just be a nightmare if I had stickers falling off and everything. So I don't know if I'm going to try that. I mean, I can't right now because I can't find them, but anyway, I had a couple other household things I wanted to order too, so I got that in and we'll see. But I'm hopefully going to be getting the contact paper this week so I can get that done. Also, I hope everyone is enjoying the winter diamond paint along. Actually had some questions about things in the Facebook group, and I thought I had posted like the little picture and everything on Facebook, but apparently either I didn't post it or Facebook ate it and it disappeared. I don't know what happened, but I posted it again, and hopefully it's still in the featured tab is where I stuck it, so that everybody knows there's no rules, it's just the theme. Join in if you want. We're only, what, a third of the way through the month, so if you want to join in and just have some fun diamond painting something with a winter theme. I know a bunch of events have started as well, so, but I like seeing everybody's pretty pictures. And I haven't done it yet, but somebody asked about the diamond paint alongs if I had a list for the year. I didn't even think to do that, honestly, so I will get something like that put together and put up somewhere on the Facebook group so that everybody can have access to it to see what we're doing. But for the short term, we're going to be doing the winter theme for January, and then we'll take February off, and March is to be working on your oldest kit. So if you need to go through and look through your diamond painting collection, I'm doing something different this year. I'm not calling it a stash anymore. I'm calling it a collection. I do need to do an update on that, so you'll probably be seeing that soon. I still need to finish transferring all of my fairy dust drills into different storage, so I need to finish that. I need to finish this kit and start on the alien one. I was going to do like a 2025 year in review type thing where I reviewed all of the kits that I finished last year, which would be an interesting kind of retrospective for me, but I didn't know if you all would be interested in it. So leave me a comment down below and let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that, or if you just want me to forge ahead with stuff for 2026. I'm fine either way. I mean, I've already gone back and looked through my logbook and all my pictures to see what I finished last year, but I think I mentioned before that time gets weird, not only because of all the upheaval in my life this year, but or last year and the year before and all of that. Anyway, just it feels like I finished some kits like several years ago and they were just at the beginning of this year, so we're still kind of finalizing where we want everything to go and everything as far as furniture wise and that kind of stuff. It's amazing to me how much furniture can make a difference sometimes. Like our bedroom just kind of felt like this kind of open lofty space, even with a curtain kind of shutting it off. It just didn't feel cozy, and then we added the bookshelves and the dresser, and suddenly it felt more cozy and more like a bedroom. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. What was I talking about? The diamond paint along. So yeah, be looking through your collection of diamond paintings and seeing which one you think would work for your oldest kit if you're interested in doing that diamond paint along with us in March. I have 5 or 6 that I could do. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. We'll have to see. I mean, one of my goals this year is to work on some of my oldest kits anyway, so it kind of fits in for me. But also I'm trying to figure out what I want to call my stash videos this year. Since I've decided that I'm not going to call it a stash, I'm going to call it a collection. I think I was calling them State of the Stash videos, but I want to call them something collection or collection something. So if you have any fun alliterative ideas, leave those down below in a comment for me as well. I just really do feel like collection sounds so much better than stash. So yeah, I'm going to go look through my diamond painting collection and see which ones I want to do next. That sounds way better. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Here's some cute dogs. If it's a repeat, I apologize. Oh, did you find the squeaker, Oscar? What did that alligator ever do to you? Sable's just sleeping with hers. Are you comfy, Sable? Is that comfy right there? You being a good girl? Oscar. Whoa, too close. There we go. What are you doing? Can I have it? Go get it. Did you get it?